Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. It's a day of celebration. Many of you, I'm sure, are celebrating the festival of Raksha Bandhan. Team Firstpost is celebrating that and more. Today, we've crossed 2 million subscribers on YouTube. This is arguably the fastest growing news platform, and we can't thank you enough for fueling this growth. All those of you who join us every day to watch this show and more, thank you. We launched Vantage 7 months ago, and these have been some very rewarding 7 months for us. So from the entire team here, heartfelt gratitude. Now to the news, and there's a lot of it tonight. Ukraine's biggest ever attacks on Russia as Putin decides to go to China. Europe's record imports of Russian gas since the war began, so much for their sanctions and their lectures. Is India becoming more influential? Is Prime Minister Modi taking the right calls on the world stage? We'll bring you the findings of a Pew Research survey. India's moon mission has found sulfur and other elements on the lunar surface. After football, golf and Formula One, is Saudi Arabia taking over tennis? One more African country has reported a coup, why Netflix is making a pivot to gaming, and why burger joints in the US are being taken to court. All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Turkish Foreign Minister to visit Russia tomorrow. Ankara's top diplomat held talks with Ukrainian officials last week. Turkish President Erdogan is also due to visit Moscow to meet President Putin. The talks will focus on reviving the Black Sea grain deal. Australia sets a date for a historic referendum on Indigenous rights. Voting will be held on the 14th of October and it will be compulsory. It's a watershed moment in Canberra's relationship with its Aboriginal minorities. If passed, Indigenous Australians will be recognised in the Constitution for the first time. Hurricane Idalia makes landfall in Florida. Hundreds evacuated, many without power. More than 800 flights have been cancelled. Some airports in the state have had to shut down operations. Idalia is the strongest hurricane to hit Florida's Big Bend region in more than 125 years. The proof is in the fish. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and his ministers eat seafood from Fukushima. Kishida calls it safe and delicious. The South Korean president also adds seafood to his menu to show it's safe. Japan is facing backlash for releasing treated water from the Fukushima nuclear plant. Iran bans a weightlifter for life over a handshake with his Israeli competitor. Mostafa Rajai shook hands with Israel's Maxim Swirsky at the World Championships in Poland. Iran does not recognize Israel and prohibits all contact between Iranian and Israeli athletes. And are you ready for a 7-minute cancer treatment jab? Patients in England will be the first in the world to access it. The state-run National Health Service, or NHS, will roll out the injection soon. It will cut treatment time by up to 75%.